Yes, right. There is some good news. This decision is by any means implemented. And that's why we want to share that this afternoon. Nigeria Supreme Court has ruled on the financial autonomy for the local governments in Nigeria. So thank you so much for joining me again. And yes, it is Mayegun live. And we will be sort of talking on the ruling of their Supreme Court in Nigeria today, trying to kind of make sense out of it, even though it's not about the ruling. It is a country that is so lawless that they've carried on illegality, financial rascality. They've carried it on for so long that it has become part of them that they have to go to court. Okay, so it's not about the judgment, so to say. Okay, but the illegality sustained or maintained so long that they needed a Supreme Court to tell them to stop the local government fund in Nigeria. Now, for you to understand the context of this, one of, or let me say, the most closest, or the closest rather, the closest government to the people by, by formation is the local government areas. They are the government that should be catering for the primary needs of most of the populace that kind of make up a whole state, and then in the larger picture, larger frame, the whole country. So in 1999, local government areas in Nigeria used to receive their allocations directly, and local governments could sit and plan on what road or which road they want to prioritize, what areas of their need they want to kind of prioritize at the time. So they were receiving their money directly. Then Tifnumbu and his gang in Lagos, they now decided to make a law that empowered them to create what they call the joint account, the first of its kind in Nigeria. And this was in 2000, 2002, 2003. Well, to those who kind of witnessed the Obasanjo's government withholding their local government allocations for 20 months. This was the beginning. But by the time the court ruled that Obasanjo had no right, or the federal government had no right to withhold any local government allocation just because they just wish, or they feel like they could interpret the law their way. They had no such power. Now, the battle, right, then ended at the time to save the local government from the grip of the state governor. Boom. By the time we got to 2007, more than half of Nigerian states have enacted the same law. The law that empowered the Commissioner of Finance in each state to receive the allocations meant for the state as well as the local government in an account called joint account. Here is the scam. The state government, they have 3 tiers of government, okay? Like they describe their stuff in that place, okay? So we have 3 arms of government: the executive, the judiciary, and the legislatures, right? And they have 3 tiers of government. 3 tiers mean 3 steps or 3 classes of government that were supposed to be independent of one another, so that everybody can go play their role and all that, right? So the 3 tiers of government is you have the federal government, okay? Then you have the state government. Then you have the local government. So when they started using their State House of Assembly to enact laws that created joint accounts, they called it state local government joint account. And the idea they borrowed from Tifnumbu in Lagos was that some local government areas, right, they are more populated than the other local government areas. And as a government, in order to even development in all of their state, local government in their states, okay, so they will just kind of have a uniform project, by pulling all their resources together in one pot. And this money would then be used in executing projects, equally in all the local government areas, but that's not the case. So this idea gained so much ground. It was like a pot of gold, a piggy bank that was discovered by the Maja tax master, the pickpocket Tifnumbu, and his gang. Now, all of the states in Nigeria now operate this idea. So, states, local government joint account. But it is only the local government money that goes into the account. The state government money goes into their own account. But by the law of their own state assemblies, the commissioner of police appointed by the governor is the one who will be in charge of that money. And it became a thing. So local government money now became the money that the state governors spend at will. If your local if the governor doesn't like your local government area, you cannot perish in on motorable roads, terrible medical facilities, and all of that. They don't care. You would have to beg him. Yeah, you have to beg him and say, please now remember us now. Look at Ogun State roads. You see the advantage of having the money go straight to the local government, just like the state collect their own money, right? Now, the advantage is that it can actually help the local economy on its own, create jobs, where local government who knows what they are expecting, can invest such money in their own, the area of priority, hire people to work as local government construction workers, construct roads, rehabilitate roads, markets, clinics, hire teachers, primary school teachers, hire nurses, doctors for their different communities if the money goes straight to them. But because Nigeria is a cesspool of criminals, the state governors don't trust the local government. The local government don't trust the state. The state doesn't trust the federal. All of them are operating on what you can say like ulegba kind of. I don't know how to say that in English. Do you get that now? But it's got its own advantage. So now fast forward to 20 years later, the guy behind the whole scheme where some of these state governors have milked their state so dry. Sometimes you'll be wondering, right? How are these guys managing to steal these billions? The billions is just there at their disposal to do whatever they like with, unchecked. You see, when they are stealing the money, when they are looting the money, they will say, oh, they have immunity. Nobody can touch them. So they will then steal enough, denying the people in the rural areas, unfortunately, right? Deny them that. Meanwhile, they are busy stealing the money. But the reason why they said they want to control the money is because they don't want the local government to steal the money. Now, they now divide a means, right? When they are doing their general election in Nigeria, like they are doing all elections, and their results, despite all their results will be coming in. And in a single state, let me use Lagos State, for example, right? 20 local government areas. So when they do general election, APC, Egbe will win maybe 7 local government areas. Like the last time, Labour Party will win 7 local government areas. And then the other areas are just pretty much like a even figure or something. I'm just using like a random thing now. So which simply shows that they do not have the majority in that place. Like if election is said, despite rigging now, Like if election is that means no single party has any majority, Abi. Then when it comes to the local government elections, whichever party that is controlling the state will now have a landslide victory. That is where they conduct elections. But majority of them won't conduct local government elections if they don't have the clear sign that their party members are not going to sabotage their plans. So in most cases, they will just kind of not conduct it at all. Just appoint their own fellow guys to act as caretakers of this local government, their own people. Like, hey, you are the local government chairman now over the people. So as whenever the money is coming, they can at least all sign that they received the money. You see the scheme. So because they will get all of their own party fellow loyal criminals to become local government chairmen, councillors, and all of that, right? Now, from Abuja, the money that will be released will be listed individually to the local government areas. They will be listed individually. Okay. Lagos West, local government area, 460 million naira. Owerri, local government area, 390 million naira. Olu local government, 380 million. Odogbolu local government, 370 million. This is how they list the money. You know something? The FAC or RAMFAC or RAMFAC that release money to them. Once the money now gets released to the states, the governor will call all of these local government caretaker, his STGs. They will all go to the commissioner of finance office and they will sign and say, us from Delta South local government area, we received 680 million naira. They don't receive kobo. Us from Sokoto West local government, we received 520 million naira local government. They don't receive anything. No, they will all sign that they received the money. So the deal is done. Now it is now the sharing time. So if the governor doesn't want trouble, first, they will first say, how much is the salary of the local government workers, your local government workers? Our salary is 290 million. Oh, okay, 290. Your money from Abuja is 650 million. So 690 million. Let's take 290. That means you have 400 million left. Yeah, but we are thinking that we should do the coronation of Oyi Kingdom, 5 years anniversary. He's been talking about it, and we said local government will help. It's okay. How much do you think we should give to Oyi Kingdom? Say, okay, let's give them 10 million for the coronation and celebration. So this is how the sharing will start. And Oga, what about us? I said, don't worry, all of you will all collect 10 million. Okay. We have so many debts to pay. The states need money. Okay. So now 10 million for Oyi. You, the chairman, will give you 10 million. I told them that they should give you all those cars that we bought in 2022. I don't need them anymore. We are ordering new cars. So I said, all of you, the local government chairman, can have all the cars. We are giving you brand new car. Do you know how much that car is worth? It's about 120 million naira Prado. So take that one on when you are going back. Okay, don't worry. And take this 10 million naira for yourself or 20 million for yourself. The rest of the money straight to wherever the governor wanted it to be. And it is always like that. Once they take care of themselves that way, then the governor can just say, I am doing 1,000 kilometer road across all the local governments. All your money I have collected, we are now going to do some roads so that we can commission them. And this is how they run things. Okay? Where poultry, where a little bit of that allocation, if they ever actually use them, in some places, local government staffs, they were not paid for years. In some states, So this has lasted for so long that the guy who started it went to court. Tiknumbu. He went to court to ask the court to allow the local government to receive their money this time. Something nice, right? Well, the Supreme Court of Nigeria ruled today that any state that doesn't have elected local government chairman or so, any state that doesn't that fail to conduct local government elections, such states should not receive the local government allocations until an election is conducted. Sounds good, right? Also, when the election is where the election is conducted and the local government chairmen are elected, wherever, through wherever it is, right? Their money should be paid directly to them. And that is what the headlines is all about in Nigeria today. So that's why I give you the background of it is a plausible thing for the implementation. The implementation is really the thing, right? Where these same guys, all it takes is just to say, okay, yes, sign here that you receive your money directly. However, the states, some of these states, right, who currently have the joint account, what they call the fake joint account, where they are using to, right? They would have to probably tighten up and develop design another means of probably laying their hands on this money, because it is the Supreme Court. Normal, right? Where Supreme Court rules, it should be final. So which means there's no other court that is going to rule about that anymore. Right? And then maybe Odogbolu local government, my local government area, can have access to their money for the first time in 20 years. There's something I said I'm going to share with you. It's called the Google Art, okay? But before I get to that, listen to this. I'm coming back. Here is one of the governors currently using what you call the caretaker chairman, Fubara. I'm coming back. Don't go yet.
Healthcare. People cannot afford those private hospitals. When you go to the public one, you can get the same services with the qualified professionals. That is our thinking. And when we get to the issue of agriculture, this issue of unemployment, when we start engaging our youth, they won't have time to involve in crime. So our thinking is to protect and secure our states. So I want to assure you that we are on the right path. With your support, we are going to get there. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. They come to the media and dance. When they go, they cry. It's the truth. We don't know how to dance. We say it the way it is. And can't talk anywhere we go to. So let me thank you again, especially for this solidarity visit, and to assure every one of you, I've seen your wonderful presentation. In fact, I would have loved this thing to be when I will be doing town hall meeting. People were disturbing me, do town hall. I said, oh.
Don't worry, Fubara, we'll come back to you. Okay. So I said, because of word of mouth alone may not really do justice, okay, to images of what corruption is or has done to the to the people of Nigeria. Or sometimes we need to show it. So I'm going to start from my own local government area. You see this local government area I'm about to show you. That's mine. Okay, that's my hometown. And this local government area never receives anything. Do you want on your screen now? Okay, it's on your screen then. So it never received anything less than averagely 200 million naira as allocation. First, let me do, let's say, don't worry, what? I'm gonna bring this closer to myself so I can do what I want to do easily here. Just give it time. Now, so Odogbolu local government area is in the Ogun State, and it is a local government that's never received. On the last check, right, Odogbolu local government received over 350 million naira in the month of May, this 2 months ago, this May, right? And like I said, and like many others in Nigeria, where some of these governors, right, where they are, where the perpetrated the corruption of theirs really, shows. So let's go to my hometown. Now, give it time. Right. So when you go on and check their roads, right? In fact, I'm supposed to actually take you to the local government secretariat itself, right? Here, if they tell you that probably this is somewhere where they've had, they just had war. Would you probably doubt that, right? You see this Muslim primary school here. That is my primary school. Okay. And if you move it closer, I wish I could put this on 3D. Let's see if I could get that on 3D. This is one single road, the main road. You see this line where you can see that, right? This singular line in the middle of the town that divides the town. That is the only major road in the entire local government secretariat, the headquarters, okay? And then you see all the surrounding areas, right? They are all under, this is another town next to mine. Okay, this is another town called Okmowa in Odogbolu local government area. When you go to all these areas, right? When I grew up in this area, we had running water, we had stable electricity, we had better infrastructure than what people have right now. Do you get that now? So you see a lot of these places now. From there, you are going to Ijebu-Ode. You see, this is Ijebu-Ode. And to those who are probably know Ijebu-Ode very well, when it comes to the road, it's pretty much like the people of Ijebu-Ode probably offended those in charge of the land, right? And Ijebu-Ode local government area, okay, on my last check, collected over 400 million naira in the month of May, which ordinarily, right, if they were like really used, Ijebu-Ode is not under Odogbolu, right? That's another local government area. Okay. That's another one. And then you keep going on. And if you go back, let's go try another place. At least that's the Ijebu, Abi. Abeokuta. Normally it's going to be like Abeokuta South, Abeokuta North. That's the way they roll. Okay. But Abeokuta South, yeah. Let's say Abeokuta South. Where is Abeokuta South? Sorry, I've not got this powerful screen on that could possibly make it more clearer or better picture. Now, these are areas that are like more Abeokuta South Abeokuta, right? So these are like, you see the difference, right? You see the difference? Because this is where you go to. If you look at it from the sky, right, it looks more like, oh, cosmopolitan, road, state capital. Looks nice. Yeah? Because this is what they want to show the rest of you. But leave the place and say, for example, let's say you're going to, let's leave another part, Yewa or Ifo. That is also under by Ifo, local government. Another densely populated area. But see, this one is like far away from the state capital. So easily, so when you